Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Faith and Fashion Week 2022 and our opening night runway. Be prepared to lift your hands in praise for the creative gifts God has showered on these talented fashion designers. May I present the fabulous Joey Jacobson.
Scripture teaches that light is meant to shine, and like sunlight through the lingering mist after a storm, our light splits and scatters, taking every hue of the rainbow with us into the world. We are light, we are color, we cast out the darkness in the face of the richness of God's promises.
Making her first appearance at Faith and Fashion Week, join me in welcoming Sheba.
As long as the earth endures, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day will never cease. I feel at one with the earth God created. It inspires me, it grounds me, and it sustains me.
From Cairo to Paris, from Alexandria to Madrid, the international sensation, Alexandra Sharif.
The Lord God promised Father Abraham a land spreading from the river of Egypt to the Euphrates. From the dawn of antiquity, the river Nile has sustained and inspired for generations to come. Historians, engineers, and philosophers, they all engage the world and its creator with curiosity and passion.
Here tonight, resplendent in all his glory, the one, the only, Solomon.
So, if you've read Matthew, you know that the lilies of the field, which neither toil nor spin, are supposedly arrayed even more gorgeously than Solomon in all of his glory. Okay, fair enough. But if you can't be a lily, Solomon's glory isn't all that bad.
Undeterred by a mountain bike injury in the hills of Lebanon, our next designer arrives like the smell of orange blossoms on a Mediterranean breeze. Please welcome the incomparable Essie.
Queen Esther secured her people's lives and freedom by boldly, yet modestly, placing herself before the king. I celebrate that freedom, that boldness, and that modesty in my 2022 collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, please share your appreciation once more for all of the celebrated participants. No ragged up-and-comers this year, right? The celebrated participants of Faith and Fashion Week 2022.
Ted Baxter, Fashion Digest here. Joey, you talk a lot about finding the divine in your collections. How does your use of color reflect that?
The story of the Ark and the Rainbow is one of the oldest stories in many faith traditions. People find a sign of God's promise in the color spectrum, so I like to present the whole spectrum in my work. Not just one or a few colors, but as many as possible. It's kinetic.
Eve, the Garden News. Saul, a lot of faith communities still frown upon men leading into their fashion awareness. How do you deal with that?
I don't deal with it. It's their problem, not mine.
Soul, if I I may, that's a big part of what Faith and Fashion Week is all about. Engaging the world while expressing ourselves artistically as people of faith.
Jason Dapper here. Faith, Fashion News Weekly. Sheba, your creation tonight is, I think I speak for us all, stunning. The Chanel influences suggest a Jean-Paul Sartre existential. Is that what you're going after?
I was going after pretty.
Sheba's a very spiritual artist. She thinks and feels through designs. It may not be as calculated as you would like to imagine, but the intelligence is in the work itself. I mean, my gosh, look at her.
Thanks, Essie. You explain it better than I can say it.
Essie, so I'll ask you. How does a classic Arabian motif speak to a modern audience?
I struggle with the fact that both Western thought and monotheism reborn still experiences so much conflict and division. Sometimes that division causes us to forget the beauty, the art, and the poetry embedded in Middle Eastern traditions. I like to lift up and highlight that strand.
Alexandra, you spoke earlier about Faith and Fashion Week engaging the world. Is that harder to do without the notoriety of Johnny B?
Well, we have a lot of different perspectives at the show this year.
And we have a lot of new talents that the show will introduce and highlight.
Yes, but do you think that the industry has treated Johnny B fairly?
Johnny B got what he deserved.
I think what Saul means is that the industry can be tough and we all have our highs and lows.
What I mean is Johnny was a pain in the butt to work with and impossible to work with.
So,
His rugged naturalism sure seems to be popular with consumers.
Yeah, so is Walmart.
Friends, please, can we focus on tonight's collections?
Sheba, we seem to have hit a nerve with your colleagues.
I don't know. I think you just asked them about a sensitive subject. That's all.
Yes, but do you expect him to be back?
who, Johnny B?
Well, that's hard to say.
Lord, no!
Never.
Look, this industry is tough enough without any added distractions.
We work really hard to put all of this together.
Is it really so hard?
You have no idea.
Bit by bit, putting it together. Piece by piece, only way to make a work of art.
Every moment makes a contribution. Every little detail plays a part. Having just a vision's no solution. Everything depends on execution. Putting it together, that's what counts.
Ounce by ounce, putting it together. Small amounts, adding up to make a work of art.
Not good foundation, otherwise it's risky from the start. Just an earnest conversation.
But without the proper preparation,
Having just the vision's
gentlemen, welcome back for night 2 of Faith and Fashion Week 2022. Please be prepared to be inspired and dazzled.
Hey, what the?
You know you have to pay the electrical bill, people. Again? Oh my goodness!
Watch where you're going.
What?
Again?
Oh God, this is going
You
terribly.
brood of vipers, you should be warned to flee from the coming wrath. Flaunting yourselves and mocking others, where is the faith in your fashion? Seek penance and stop this shameful display. I warn you, vengeance shall be mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. We're experiencing technical difficulties, but I assure you the situation is well in hand.
Pretty crazy technical difficulties. Was that him?
That was definitely him.
Same old Johnny B, always trying to upstage everybody else.
I mean, at least we know he's around. At least we know he's okay.
Oh, joy.
And we know he still thinks he can tell everyone else what to do because his farts smell like roses.
Saul!
I heard that.
Ted Baxter here, Fashion Digest. Alexandra, do you feel any way responsible for the appearance of Johnny B here tonight?
He is a grown man. I mean, no, it's just, can we please talk about the fashions that were unveiled tonight? Please.
Alex, honey, you're crooked.
I'm what?
Your bangs, they're crooked.
Soul, not now.
To that point, there was a certain lack of modesty in tonight's ensembles, wouldn't you say? Do you think Johnny B is once again the voice of God's judgment?
Don't go there, please. Like somehow we all deserve this.
I have worked so hard to reach this moment, and God has helped me each step of the way. I do not need you judging me.
It's okay, Sheba. Joey, it's okay. Please, let's not turn Johnny's disappointment into something bigger than it is. We're supposed to be bringing up life and art and creativity, not tearing it down.
And let's remember who sold all the magazines, newspapers, and online content that relished in Snotty's downfall.
So you want to blame the media for the fact that he feels excluded from your fancy little club?
Well, I'm not the one who reposted 2.8 million views of camel snot.
So, don't remind us. That was gross.
Did you have anything to do with it?
He literally brought a live camel down the runway. You want to blame us because the animal dripped snot all over him in front of the cameras?
Ew, disgusting.
Quite disgusting. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving artist.
Saul, stop.
And Joey, How much of Johnny B's revenge do you think is fueled by a broken heart?
I don't know what you could be suggesting, but Johnny and I were friends. Period. End of story.
Johnny B told you to stop this shameful display. So is that it? Is that the end of Faith and Fashion Week?
Oh no, please no. What will I do with all these dresses?
Over? Faith and Fashion Week over? Over my dead body.
He might maybe arrange that. Just saying.
Don't worry. Faith in Fashion Week is not over. We will go on with the week as planned as possible.
That's right. And when he has a chance to settle down, I'm sure that Johnny will come to appreciate the life and art and creativity on display this week. He really is one of us after all.
Yeah, that's comforting. Watch your back.
So you're not stopping?
Maybe we should stop. This is getting crazy.
Come on, Sheba, we are not stopping. The show will go on.
I am not afraid of some washed-up Abercrombie has-been who likes to sports camel hair and B.O.
Me neither. Although I had forgotten about the BO. That's a little scary.
We expect everyone to be here tomorrow night. We have some spectacular fashions to share.
Everyone, including Johnny B?
Bring him on.
Oh God, I feel such loving, and I think I hate Johnny B. Oh God, I feel such loving, and I think I hate Johnny B. I will try some meditation, and I will learn to be more zen, and step by step you'll teach me, but Johnny B will never be my friend.
Friends of the Lord and friends of fashion, prepare yourselves for yet another extraordinary night of creativity and excellence. Prepare yourselves for Faith and Fashion 2022.
Then, having tested the wisdom of Solomon, the queen of Sheba returned to her land with her servants.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he shall make your path straight.
When the king saw Esther the queen standing in his court, she found favor in his sight. So the king extended to her the golden scepter which was in his hand. So Esther approached the king and touched the top of the scepter.
Do not be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intend to harm me, but God intended it for good to be accomplished what is now being done, the saving of many lives.
My Lord, build with me with thee a house in heaven, and save me from the Pharaoh. Save me from his evil doings, and save me from an unjust people.
Resigning in fear to no one, the creative talents of Faith and Fashion 2022 stand united and unbowed on the runway tonight. They are triumphant. They will not be shamed nor silenced.
What?
What?
Again?
Not again.
No.
What?
Wait, what is that?
Oh my goodness.
Why is this always happening?
What is that?
Soul.
Ew! Ew! What? It's stink! Ew!
What is that?
Oh no. Oh my. Now that is awkward.
Oh my goodness.
If I'm not mistaken, it's
camel snot! Ew!
It's not as smelly as I would have thought.
Like gerbil poop isn't as stinky as dog poop.
Just saying.
So, what do we do now?
Shower?
No. What do we do next? How do we retaliate?
Call the police?
Whoa. Settle down a bit.
Settle down? Are you for real? Look at what he's done to my Banarasi silk.
Not to mention how foolish we looked broadcasted all across the Christian television network. This is really hurting our brands.
We need to hit him where it hurts.
We could smear locusts and honey all across his golden star and the Fashion Week Walk of Fame.
No. Something bigger.
We could rent the Videotron at Times Square and play a 24/7 loop of him getting camels knotted.
Sounds expensive and pointless.
We could file a petition with the Southern Baptist Convention based on excommunication, based on violations of the Morals and Conduct Clause.
Better.
Would you listen to yourselves? You're all consumed by vengeance. What on earth is good or pure or holy in that?
I got it. We get 500 camels, dress them up in his spring 2021 collection, then march them down at 5th Avenue through the garment district, then cut their throats with Johnny B. souvenir letter openers while the blood drips on copies of his latest headshot.
Or we could forgive him.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right, okay. All right, I admit it, Essie, I am overreacting, okay? I am overreacting, but we can't forgive him.
He did really embarrass us.
Yeah, and scare us.
Disrespect us.
And we really didn't do much to comfort or protect him when the wolves seized on his downfall. We should have stood up for him.
For him? For the man who always found a million ways to tell us how unworthy we are, how pedestrian we are, how he has the special channel to God both for how to live and how to design clothes?
Right. For him. It's easy to stand up for people who are easy to love. Johnny B has never been easy to love. That's for sure.
Look, Essie, I would like to forgive him. I would like to trust him again. Frankly, I would like to love him again. But he just made us look so foolish.
Yeah, and so dumb.
For the foolishness of God is wiser than man's wisdom, and the weakness of God is stronger than man's strength. But God chose the weak things of the world to shame the wise, the strong, and the foolish things to shame the wise.
What are you saying, Essie? We just ignore it?
Should we? Is that respecting ourselves?
You know I love you, Essie, but I'm really struggling with this.
Seriously, what are you thinking?
I don't mind if you've got something nice to say about me, and I enjoy an accolade like the rest. And you could take my picture and hang it on a gallery of all the who's and so-and-sos that used to be the best at such and such. It wouldn't matter much. I won't lie, it feels alright to see your name in lights. We all need it at a boy or at a girl. But in the end, I'd like to hang my hat on more besides
With great excitement and a fair dose of trepidation, we await this culmination of Faith and Fashion Week 2022. What will our designers present? What message will they share? And will there be any unexpected or awkward surprises? Please join me in welcoming our celebrity designers for their final strut down the runway here in 2022. Now that is interesting. Essie isn't known for using animal fibers or faux animal fibers in her design, but she is definitely sporting some dromedarian influences tonight. The ancient Egyptians certainly raised the camel to celebratory heights, and it seems Alexandra is matching their efforts in this display. A newcomer, Sheba, has been the undisputed darling of this year's collection. I am simply in awe of her use of earth tone, dare I say camel, colors in her pieces tonight. Oh, please. No, really? I am simply at a loss. We have seen a surprising display of Bactrian influences tonight, but were you to tell me that the ever-dapper Solomon would succumb to the influence, I would not have believed it. Plainly, these artists are all sending a message tonight, and you can't help to assume it is a message of solidarity with a fallen star. Now, I am speechless. Johnny B's suspected paramour appears tonight arrayed in a stunning tribute to the fallen artist. This is incredible. I am at a loss for words. In fact, if I were to say, I would call it solidarity. Words fail. I would describe it as unity. I can't say. I really cannot find the words. It is reunion. It is fulfillment. It is forgiveness. I am at a loss. I have nothing to add. This is the most stellar, moving, touching, challenging, art-bending, faith-based, inspired moment of style and meaning that has been experienced by the Christian community in the last 50 years, to say the least. But I cannot describe it. I have no words. I am speechless.
This week has not gone exactly as planned.
It has been challenging at times to contextualize our art.
But we really are reminded how lucky we are to do this and share it with you.
And we can't imagine how hard it must be to not be up here, especially for someone so earnestly passionate about faith and design.
Johnny, if you're out there, or wherever you are, please know that we miss you, we love you, and we're sorry we didn't say it sooner.
Johnny, you are the most original, the most daring, the most creative artist of our generation. You truly prepared the way for so many of us to experience the love of the Lord in our work and in the world.
We
love you, Johnny!
Oh, and I love you too.
Johnny!
What's up, Fancy Pants? Like the outfit.
Long time no see.
I know, I'm sorry, that's on me.
So, can you please explain all this craziness?
You know, I really can't, except to say I'm sorry. I was really angry. I got jealous.
Jealous? The great Johnny B. Jealous?
Shut up, Saul. I've had it with you. No, I'm sorry. I should say, can you cut me some grace?
Right. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry.
It's okay. No apologies necessary.
Apologies are insufficient, but they are very necessary.
I mean, we got through the week.
We did get through the week. I'm sorry for all the turbulence and all the miserableness I had for you guys before.
Really? You mean that?
Of course I do. I really mean it. Nothing like a little fall from grace, plus getting with some slop, the snot and all that stuff from the camel, right? To make you know your shortcomings. Can you guys ever find it to forgive me?
Well, that depends. Can you get us off this stage with our dignity preserved, notwithstanding the overabundance of camel wear?
I think I can. Just a sec. Got an idea.
Prepare ye the way of the Lord. 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 Prepare ye the way of the Lord.